What's up, everyone? J-Bone back here. I've been sitting on some of this stuff for a while because I didn't feel like doing, a video on just a little bit of this or a little bit of that or whatever. So, but now I've got like a whole page of names here. Just to backtrack a hair before I get into this list of stuff that I've got here in front of me, as far as names from Frontier music that's coming out next year. That's what this is all about. Do you guys remember back about? I mean, you'd have to be about my age or close to my age. Late 30s, 40s, or later, whatever, or older, whatever. Back when glam metal started to fade away from its popularity, and they started, releasing stuff on more independent records. And there was a record company that was releasing a lot of stuff like Dokken. I think Warrant even released some stuff on there. I don't remember who all did, but it was like CMC was the name of the record company or something like that. And a lot of the soon-to-be defunct glam hard rock bands from the late 80s and 90s all went to like, they didn't all, but a bunch of them went to like one label and tried to kickstart their careers again and make it through the grunge of the 90s. Well, this kind of has that feel again, like that, except in my opinion it's like 10 times better. So over the course of the last I'd say about half year, I've been hearing little things here and there about all these names of bands or solo artists that have signed to Frontier Music. Now, Frontier Music, if you're not familiar with them, have put out some really decent stuff over the course of the last, I'd say, handful of years. They've done some stuff with Sebastian Bach. Tyketto just put out a new one. Hardline just put out a new one within the last, I don't remember what it was. It's this year. Tyketto's is the most recent, though. That was like within the last month or so. And there's so many more, but this list that I'm going over, and a couple of these I might have mentioned in past videos, but I haven't done a music video in a long time. So, what sparked me to do the video is the news that came out yesterday that one of my personal favorite bands, Steelheart, that's right, Millie has signed with, don't ask me to pronounce his last name. I'm sorry. I just, is it Majenko? I'm gonna murder it, and I don't want to. Millie is his first name, as far as I know. Whoever is in his current band, they have signed recently. The news came out yesterday, in fact, that they have signed and are going to put out new music for Frontier Music for next year. Now, all these releases are supposed to be next year. There's only one of these on this list that was supposed to still come out this year, and that's the Bullet Boys. But yeah, Steelheart, one of my all-time favorite hard rock bands from back in the heyday, when everything was, well, at least the hair was larger than life. I can't really talk about that right now. But yeah, love Steelheart. Their last one, oh my God, came out like 6 or 7 years ago. Was it called LOL? I think that was like the dawn of the LOL, and when social media really started, getting out there. I loved that CD. Oh no, that wasn't what it was called. That was a single on there. Oh, it was called "Good to Be Alive." That's what it was called, I think. And you know what? I haven't listened to that in a while. I need to pop that in. It's a great CD. And a lot of these bands have become more progressive over the years. They don't all sound exactly the same as they did 20 some years ago, but man, if you don't change a little, it's just going to get ridiculous and monotonous. And a lot of these have. A few more to mention, actually a lot more to mention here, so just bear with me. So yeah, Steelheart coming out sometime next year. I mentioned Bullet Boys. Bullet Boys recently signed with them. Seriously, if you have not listened to Bullet Boys in a while, go check out their CD that came out last year. Elefante. Do I have it up here? I have it up here somewhere. I know I do. Where are you? No? No, it's up there somewhere. Anyways, great CD. Mark even sounds tremendous. And the fact that they have like a really big... I consider Frontiers music a decent, big international... they're putting out music like all the time. Great melodic rock stuff. You know, a lot of stuff that I don't know all their stuff that they put out, but I keep an eye on it because they keep putting out a decent amount of stuff. So yeah, Bullet Boys, that one was supposed to come out either late this year or early next year. I'm not sure on that one. Okay, now going down the list, Pretty Boy Floyd. One of the loudest glam bands that I've ever seen come out, you know, in their heyday was, you know, 20 plus years ago. They are signed with them and are going to release something in 2017. Stephen Pearcy's new one is going to get released on Frontiers Music. Amidst all the controversy, and I've put out a couple videos on here. If you keep up with my channel, you know I've talked a little bit about Rat here and there over the last year or two. No really new news to report on that. He's played a couple gigs, I think, with the guys from Rat. You know, everyone but Bobby Blotzer. Bobby Blotzer's still doing his thing. I'm not going to talk about that because, yeah, don't get me started. The stuff I saw recently about him, oh my God. Shame on you, Blotz. Horrible shit. Just embarrassing. I'm not saying the band. I'm saying him personally. Just the stuff I saw that he did at a recent concert. But anyways, yeah, Stephen Pearcy, and just I know the quality of music that Frontiers Music puts out, so I have absolutely no doubt that this new Stephen Pearcy record is going to be really good. In fact, he's even been sounding a little better lately live. You know, I mean, you know, people have been cutting him down. I've even said, you know, from time to time that, you know, he doesn't sing that great live anymore. He's not trying. Well, I think he might be turning over a new leaf lately. You know, might be trying to kickstart his career again. Get some of those Rat fans back that might have gone to the other side, the other band that calls themselves Rat. You know, I don't blame him. You know, he wants those fans and wants to show them he can still do it. Get Warren back. And whoever else he's going to put together, Juan. But yeah, can't wait for that new music to hit. He says it's done, so anytime this coming spring, it should be hitting. Kane Roberts. There's a name that doesn't get tossed around very much. I did like his stuff that came out early 90s. It was great melodic hard rock. If you don't know who that was, he was formerly the guitarist of Alice Cooper in the mid to late 80s, I believe it was. He was that guy that was all buff, jacked, looked like Rambo with a machine gun guitar. Oh my God. Kind of ridiculous. I'm sure he'll even tell you the same thing back then, but nonetheless, yeah, the one that I saw that the one that I bought, back in the day, was great stuff. So it'll be interesting to see what he puts out now from Frontiers Music. Sometime next year, don't know when. It'll be great to see that. Jizzy Pearl, formerly of Rat, lead singer of Love Hate, also was part of, oh man, he's been a part of so many things over the years. Most recently, Quiet Riot. I saw him live with LA Guns four years ago, fronting LA Guns, and that was decent, nice guy. But now he's got a solo deal with Frontiers Music, going to be putting out stuff next year. Should be interesting to see what that is. But more in the realm of kind of like sleazy, dirty stuff like Love Hate, or who knows? Who knows? But nonetheless, good for him. Mentioned Steelheart, mentioned Bullet Boys. Jack Russell's Great White. Another one of those controversial things where there's a couple different bands of this, same name out there. A couple of these that I'm going to mention played at, I think it's Stephen Pearcy, I think Jack Russell. I don't think any of these others on here. I don't think so. Oh no, LA Guns did. I'll bring that up in a bit. They played at a Rock and Skull concert down in Illinois very recently, this past week or whatever it was. I was really, really wanting to go to this. Just didn't have the funds. I've already heard about the next one that got announced for next year. Decent lineup. Man, I'm kicking myself that I didn't go, because I've always wanted to see Great White live. Especially Jack Russell, him and Great White being one of my favorite bands from the 80s and early 90s. They've always put out good quality stuff, and then he had a lot of major health issues, and he's going strong again. I've looked up some recent live stuff, and he sounds decent. Now, none of these guys, with the exception of like Millie from Steelheart, sound as good as they did 20-some years ago. But Jack Russell sounds damn good. He really does. And he doesn't really have the swagger he did back in the day, but I think that's just because his health issues beat him up pretty damn bad. It's a miracle from the interviews that I heard from the last few days that I've been kind of researching. It's a miracle he's alive. So I can't wait to see what he puts out. In fact, there is a single out there that came out earlier this year called Hard Habit. Great stuff. Go look it up. In fact, I think he has his own YouTube channel now. Jack Russell's Great White. Go check it out. So yeah, can't wait to hear that. And I'm not knocking the other Great White with the other lead singer. That was from, oh geez, was it XYZ? That singer? I can't think of the guy's name. Great singer, good stuff. It's just, when you take away the voice of the band, it's just different, So you know what? And I'm not sure if they're still on Frontiers Music. I think their last one came out on them. I'm not sure, but we'll see. Can't wait for Jack's stuff. Warrant, holy cow, the Down Boys. And no, I'm not going to spin around and drop on my knees because I'd never get back up. Warrant is coming out with new music. Supposed to be next year on Frontiers Music. Unbelievable. Their Rockaholic CD that I got, oh man, a few years ago. Man, when did it come out? A lot of this stuff came out right when I started dating my wife. So that would have been 5-6 years ago? Crap, is it that long? I didn't think it was that long ago. I saw them live 5, 6 years ago. Man. Yeah, I just don't go to concerts much anymore, and I think back to when I saw some of these bands last. It's been a while. I don't go because I got ringing in my ears once in a while, and it's, I gotta save my ears. I don't want to lose them because I love this stuff. If I can't listen to this stuff, that's gonna suck. So I gotta protect them while I can. But yeah, I love Warrant. Rockaholic was decent. Can't wait to see what they put out next. Should be a good quality CD. Something, typical of Warrant. So, little sleaze in there, but a little maybe slightly more mature sounding record. We'll see. We'll see what they come out with. Should be good. Quiet Riot. Man, have they gone through some troubles. Especially after losing their lead singer a handful of years ago, whenever that was. If you have not seen the documentary that came out, it was about them trying to find a new lead singer and all, and Frankie Banali, is that his name? The drummer, carrying on the band and such. If you have not seen that, go check it out. I think it's on Netflix. That's where I saw it. Great stuff. If you're a fan of 80s, 90s hard rock, heavy metal, go check it out. So they've got a new lead singer. I can't think of the guy's name. Oh, no, wait. Shawn Nichols? I think that's his name. Formerly of Adler's Appetite. I think that's what I've heard. I have no clue what he sounds like. I've heard a couple opinions, though. Some good, some bad, as far as what he sounds like. And this is after Jizzy Pearl left Quiet Riot, and they're just, I give Frankie a lot of credit for trying to keep the band going, and I'm sure it's not hard finding someone to lead the band. I understand that. I say, well, you don't understand. Well, I'm just saying, it's trying to find that front man. I'm sure it's not easy. And this is like, the 4th or 5th since DeBro died. So I don't have an opinion on what this new stuff is going to sound like, but they're on a great label. So, hey, crossing my fingers, good old Quiet Riot. Hopefully that'll kick ass. And last but not least on this very long list, LA Guns. I think I brought this up in an old video, so I'm not going to spend a lot of time on this. But yeah, LA Guns is going to be putting out music on there. It's going to be Phil, Tracy, and then I'm not sure who else is in the band. I don't think it's going to be, the former drummer. I think they had some rift and some kind of relationship issues in the band, something. In fact, from what I've seen, little things here and there, it sounds like some of the old Wasp guys might be getting back together, which would include said drummer. But we'll see. So yeah, man, seriously, what year is this? I mean, 2017 is right around the corner. Man, it's for a guy like me who loves, Crew, Rat, Whitesnake, Warrant, everybody on this list that I mentioned, man, it's going to be a damn good year for music. Let's hope that it all comes out, because, sometimes issues happen and stuff doesn't happen. But, man, yeah, if you're like me and you love, 80s and 90s hard rock, heavy metal, it's a damn good time to be alive. Go check out Frontiers Music. They have a whole plethora of good stuff. Go check out their YouTube channel. Check them out on social media. There's always new stuff coming out, and not even like the old school bands like I've listed. They've got other stuff from other bands that are decent that have come out. Too many to too many to mention right now. But yeah, go check them out. There's something for everyone on that label if you like good old, melodic hard rock, heavy metal. So that's it for this one. So excited about stuff coming out next year. Had to talk about it. Finally wanted to put something together for something music related. Like I said, hadn't done something in a while. And yeah, we'll see you for the next one. Thanks for watching.